Who can make better art? A 3D artist with over 3 years of experience, or chatgpt, which has been literally trained on millions of images created by real artists? I'm both excited and kinda scared to see how AI compares to my work. After quite a few years of AI stuff, are we finally truly being replaced as creatives? That is going to be today's experiment, so let's get into it. I had my friend make a sketch for this challenge. First, I'm gonna try to make my version of it in Blender, and then I'll ask chatgpt to generate its interpretation of it. Let's go. I'm gonna make a plane with the image texture, so I can like see the sketch without alt-tabbing or being on the other screen. And yeah, I'm gonna pose the characters according to it. Okay, that should be good enough. Now I need to find the model of the main character. I could model it myself, but that's just too much work. I wanna do this in one day, so it's like kind of fair, because ChatGPT does it in seconds. So I'm gonna find a model from BlenderKit and use that. This is pretty much exactly what I had in mind. So I'm gonna use this, and let's go to the posing. This is a very important part. Like if you have the posing wrong, it just kinda look off. So I'm gonna keep as close to the sketch as possible, but if it doesn't look right, I'm gonna change it a little bit. Okay, now I need a sword and pose the hand. By the way, if you don't have BlenderKit, it is not sponsored, by the way, but you should. It's very useful. This is taking forever, by the way, because it's an FK rig, so yeah, I have to pose every bone individually. Oh my gosh, it's clipping. Why is it clipping? Okay, I just need to post like 20 more of those, so let's go. So much fun, guys. I was already a good couple of hours in the process, and it seemed like I didn't do basically any progress, so this can really give you a perspective on what it takes to create such artwork. With ChatGPT it's more like typing a few sentences and hoping it does what you want, but we'll get to that later. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done with the characters soon. They really need to like give the depth in the image, because there's gonna be a lot of fog and like clouds, so that's gonna give it a nice, well, atmosphere. Now it was time to bring this image to life. I added a fog and experimented with a bunch of lighting scenarios to see which one would look the best. Lighting is the most important thing in 3D. I still didn't master it, it's really hard. One tip I can give you is just try multiple things and see which one looks the best. My first idea was to have a sunset behind the characters, but it was just a little bit blown out. So then I thought about something else. You will see in a second. So at this point I thought that I was heading in the right direction and it's probably gonna work out, but I was still lacking the depth in the image that I wanted. So I added a castle in the background and that really fit nicely. Okay, I'm pretty close, I think. I'm gonna make some last changes and yeah, I'm gonna render this out and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is the raw render. It's looking pretty good, I think. I'm gonna do compositing and then I'll bring it into Photoshop and apply camera raw filter. And yeah, I'm excited to see the result. Okay, so now it's finally time to see what chatgpt can cook up for us. I am pretty confident, to be honest. Hey, I got a sketch that I would like you to turn into a realistic, stylized looking piece of art. Please keep it in the 16:9 ratio. Here it is. Whoa, okay. That's honestly really impressive, like, this can do that with just a sketch, like with no information. When you look closer, you can obviously see some weird stuff happening. Okay, let's try to give it more information then. Okay, I like what you did there. Now I'm gonna give it a little bit more information. It's not a 16:9 ratio, by the way. The sketch I sent you is, so please try to keep that. Could you also make the sky a little bit bluish tone and add torches to the armor below the main character? Please make him wear a black set of armor. Yeah, that's not similar to the sketch at all. It has black armor and there's torches, but yeah, that's not it. Okay, it's still not the 16:9 ratio, but whatever. I like the black armor on the main character, but could you also keep the same composition as in the sketch, please? And also, could you add a silhouette of a castle in the far background? Also, maybe make it a bit more realistic and make it pop. Okay, it's still not the 16:9 ratio that I asked for, and it kind of looks like an old painting, which, I mean, it's a style, but I would like something more realistic. Also, the posing is not great in this one, so let's try again. After going back and forth with chatgpt a little bit, I ran out of the free plan limit. But I had one more account that I could try this on, and I had chatgpt write the prompt for itself, basically, based on my inputs, and that gave me this result. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is honestly pretty good. Like, its understanding of shading is amazing. The posing is pretty much correct. There's still some weird stuff going on when you look closely. Okay, let's see them side by side, I'm curious. Considering how much time it took to get each result. Mine it took like 12 hours to make, not counting the rendering. ChatGPT it took like 10 minutes to get the result. Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff. I don't know why it can't generate a 16:9 ratio. Please let me know in the comments which one do you like more. And subscribe if you want. And I will see you next time.